that is a tone. This reverb modulation and delay pedal is the 80s in a box, but can it do more? You're here with Pedalboards of Doom, your one-stop shop for guitar gear and news, and today we're looking at the Crazy Tube Circuit's Sidekick Junior. The Sidekick Junior is a smaller, more compact version of their big Sidekick pedal, which is a reverb, modulation and delay all built into one pedal. The aesthetics of this pedal clearly point towards the 80s, and it can absolutely nail those tones. But in this video, I wanted to see if we could push it beyond that. And a little bit later in this video, I'm going to challenge myself to do exactly that. Thank you to Crazy Tube Circuits for sending this one out to check out. This isn't a paid review, but I do get to keep the pedal at the end of this. With that out of the way, let's go check this pedal out. Crazy Tube Circuits Junior has two sides to it, the reverb side and the delay side. For this 80s track, I opted for the gated reverb, because why wouldn't you? In the 80s, you couldn't turn a radio on without hearing a track that was absolutely soaking in gated reverb. The delay side gives you two choices, tape or digital. For this track, there was only one choice, it had to be the digital. When I think of 80s guitar tones, I think of really pristine and precise delay. It was also the era that saw the birth of the digital delay, so I couldn't not choose it. Those astute of you may have noticed there is a third option. We mentioned it earlier, and it is of course the modulation. With this little toggle switch, you can make the modulation switchable with either the reverb or the delay. For this track, I opted for the Dimension chorus, because there is no modulation more 80s than Dimension. At the start of this video, I asked whether this could do more than just those 80s tones, so I wanted to explore some of the other options. I wanted to see if it could take on some of those more traditional tones, so I put it in a track with the tape delay setting and the spring reverb. I found the spring reverb was really quite convincing and had that characteristic drip going on. We talked about this switch a little bit earlier on, but I want to go into a little bit more detail about it. The switch assigns the modulation to switch on at the same time as the reverb or the delay. Now, I found in that last track, I didn't really want any modulation. Chorus, flanger or dimension didn't really fit the vibe of that track. If you set the mini toggle to the XT setting, it allows you to switch the modulation on with an external latching foot switch. If you don't have an external foot switch attached, however, this kills the modulation signal. Crazy Tube Circuits also do the bigger Sidekick, which has got 3 independent foot switches, so that also gives you options. If you wanted to go for something a little bit more modern sounding, you could always opt for this shimmer reverb. When I first looked at this pedal, I thought this is going to be a really niche sounding 80s pedal. I was surprised by how versatile it really is. It definitely looks really 80s, but it's got a few more tricks up its sleeve. Built into the pedal is 6 different reverb algorithms, 2 different delay modes, and 3 different modulations. For those of you not afraid to open up the pedal as well, there is an internal dip switch that allows you to switch trails on and off. It's all good and well talking through the specs of this pedal, but the proof is in the pudding, and by that I mean the tones. Let's check out what this little beast can do. At the start of the video, I said I was going to set myself a challenge, and here it is. I wanted to see whether this pedal can get guitar tones that were really characteristically not 80s. Listen to this track that was inspired by the guitar tones that I got from this pedal and see if I nailed that. Do you think the Sidekick managed to break out of the 80s in this example? If you think it did, write "it's sidekicked butt" in the comments. Only the coolest kids will do this. The Crazy Tube Circuit Sidekick Junior is currently £250, and for a modulation, reverb and delay all in one pedal, it's not bad. I think this pedal would be ideal for someone who was looking for loads of time-based functionality, but without taking up loads of pedalboard real estate. The full-size Sidekick, however, might be a better choice for those who aren't short on space, as it is only an extra £15 more. Both of the Crazy Tube Circuits pedals that we've reviewed on this channel now have been great fun to play, so I'd like to extend a thank you to Crazy Tube Circuits for sending them out. I'm going to leave a link up here now to the High Power, which is essentially Dave Gilmour's Wish You Were Here tone in a box. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Push the like button if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you again on the next one.